Are you ready to add some spice to your life? Then join me and I'll share some tips and tricks on how best to organize your spices. My spice cabinet used to be a jumbled mess. If I had to get to that jar that was at the back of the cabinet, I would invariably knock over the 2 or 3 jars standing in front of it. Secondly, I was buying more spices than I needed to because I couldn't see what I had and didn't know I already had it. And third, I was spending more money than I needed to. Spices are expensive, and it was crazy that I was double buying these spices that I already had. So it was a lose-lose-lose situation, and I knew it was time for me to re-engineer my spice cabinet. I'm going to share with you the steps that I went through to organize my own spice cabinet, and hopefully these concepts will work for you and you can organize yours. Let's get started. Okay, step 1, take everything out. Okay, step 2 is to sort and categorize. As you take these spices out, see if you can find an expiration date. Spices don't last forever. If it's a whole spice like a vanilla bean or cloves or peppercorns, those can last 4 to 5 years. However, the ground spices only have a lifespan of about 6 months to a year. So if you can't find an expiration date, open it up, take a whiff, and if you still smell something packing a punch, great, keep it. If it doesn't, toss it. Treat yourself to a new spice. The second part of step 2 is to categorize. Now, I like to categorize my spices into 5 general categories because usually people have a little bit of everything in these categories. First of all are the peppers. Put all the peppers together, the red pepper, the black pepper, the white peppers. Then get all the salts together. Usually there's a couple of different types of salts. Then I love putting all those rubs together, like things that might spice up meats or soups. Usually it's a general concoction of a variety of spices, even like the Italian seasonings or the Cajun seasonings or 5-spice blend for Chinese food. And then we move into the straight ahead savory spices, which are like the herbs like basil, oregano, thyme, and then you get to the sweet spices, which are the ones you might bake with, like ginger, allspice, cloves, and cinnamon. Once you get those 5 categories established, you're able to then see what kind of spices you can hold in your cabinet and how you're going to put them in going forward. Okay, step 3 is to clean and measure. Like we've done in our drawers, cabinets, and pantry videos. Grab a wet rag, wipe down that space, get it all sparkly clean. Then get a measuring tape and let's measure the width, the depth, and the height of the space that you are planning to allocate to your spices. Okay, step 4 is to choose your organizing solution. This is my favorite part because this is where it really matters, like where you are going to think about how you're going to use your spices and what's going to work best for you going forward. Are you going to keep your spices in a cabinet that's about like eye level or a little bit higher? Then maybe a turntable might work. If it's going to be in a pantry and there's like nice long shelves and you can put a shelf there with 3 tiers and you can see everything, perfect. If it's in a drawer, how awesome is that? You can pull them out and look at them. So look at how you're going to be organizing your spices, and then you'll know going forward what kind of solution is going to be best for you. When organizing spices in a cabinet or in a pantry on a shelf, you need to figure out how you're going to see those spices that are in the back row. The perfect organizing solution for that is this 3-tiered shelf solution. Here it comes in white, so it can match those white cabinets. It expands to the length of that shelf or the width of that cabinet. Here it is in stainless steel. It also comes in bamboo and in an acrylic. So really, whatever vibe you have going on in your kitchen, you should be able to find the perfect 3-tiered shelf to install in that space and help you organize your spices. My next favorite solution for organizing spices in a cabinet is the turntable. Oh my goodness, there could not be a better invention known to man but the turntable. Because if you need to reach a spice that's at the back of that cabinet, you just turn that turntable around and it comes right to you. The beautiful thing about these turntables as well is that they now come in a variety of colors, shapes, and sizes. We've got the clear acrylic over here, we've got this beautiful bamboo here, and the stainless steel there. They also all come in this wonderful 2-tier variety. Here's the Home Edits acrylic version and the stainless steel version here. So you have lots of options. These are wonderful for cabinets that are up high, where you're needing to access spices, and yet you still can because that turntable works for you. Finally, if your kitchen has a lot of drawers and you're able to dedicate an entire drawer and that precious real estate to the category of spices, then go for it. There's nothing better than being able to open up a drawer and being able to see all those spice labels looking up at you. Here are a couple solutions to be able to do that. This is this white expandable drawer organizer, much like the utensil organizers we've used in previous videos. It's awesome because you can put the larger bottles along the side. You got your smaller bottles right here. iDesign makes an acrylic version of an organizer. It's not expandable, but it's a little bit more narrow, but you can put a couple of those in a drawer and it works out perfectly. And another solution is this Utopia Spice Drawer Liner. What's great about this is that it customizes exactly to the size of your drawer. You take this foam, you cut it to the exact depth of your drawer, use it to the exact width, and then you have a beautiful bed upon which to put your spices. They're laying there looking up at you, ready to be used and ready to spice up that next meal. All right, this is my spice cabinet. It's a tall, narrow cabinet, and the perfect organizing solution for a space such as this is a turntable. And not just any turntable, but I got a 2-tier turntable in stainless steel, no less, to match all the stainless steel accents I have going on in this kitchen. So this turntable is going to hold my savory spices, those salts and peppers, the things that I use all the time, while this other turntable I'm going to put up here for my sweet spices and the baking items that I use on special occasions, not every day. So there we have it. Very excited about the new organization for this cabinet. Okay, we're at step 5. This is the fun part where you get to put it all back in. There are a couple of things to keep in mind as you do this. Okay, here's the final result. I've got my savory spices on the lower shelf, and they're all very easy to access on this turntable, especially this one. I access the Tony Chaucher almost every day. And then I have my baking spices up here. These come out for special occasions or that special breakfast. And farther above are my spices and rubs that don't get used too often, but I can see where they are. There are 3 principles going on here. First of all, there's frequency of use. Any items that I'm using all the time, I make sure I put them front and center so I can access them. Secondly, there is zoning going on. So I know that my savory spices are in this vicinity, my sweet spices are up there. And then thirdly, there is that beauty principle going on. Look how gorgeous this is. It's so nice and organized, and now I can see and enjoy using my spices. So hopefully this inspires you to do the same in your spice cabinets. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you learned something and can apply these concepts to your own spice cabinets. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, and while you're there, click on that bell icon so you can be notified when I release my next organizing video. In the meantime, this is Cary Prince wishing you, from my home to yours and from my kitchen to yours, a very happy, organized day.